Right back on. That's it. Oh. Body.
Yeah, he very explosive. He's very explosive, and you know, man, he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power. So much confidence in his power that he doesn't give a fuck who he's giving away.
Yeah, he definitely be giving away rounds, but you know, he just in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Joe Rogan was completely shocked when he learned what's happening in Jermaine Tank Davis's camp. Apparently, Tank has been aggressively bullying his sparring partners, causing quite a stir behind the scenes.
About the 2 heavyweights he knocked out and dropped.
I don't drop no names.
No names. I'm about the situation. So he spars one.
Hit him with a body shot.
Went down.
And I'm talking 200 plus pounds. And the other one he hit with a headshot.
And he went down too?
And he went down.
But people don't expect a guy 130, table it.
Matter of fact, you're right. And I'm not just exaggerating because Tank is our fighter. Tank has a punch of power. I don't know where it comes.
Reports indicate that Tank has been dominating heavyweights brought in to simulate Jake Paul's size, knocking them out with ease and dropping them like dominoes. Joe Rogan couldn't stop raving about how incredible it is. A 135-pound fighter going up against men twice his size, landing devastating shots that would make most lightweights reconsider their career paths.
Interesting, right? Like, you don't know whether someone's ever going to be able to figure that out or whether or not he's just going to keep cracking people.
Yeah.
You know, so it's part of the fun of watching it. I've talked to a lot of like real boxing purists. It's like, you can't rely on that style.
Right.
He's got to be busier. When he gets to the best guys, it's not going to work out. Like, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because there's so many good guys.
Thirty seconds.
The kind of dominance Tank is showing has everyone in the fight world talking. If he's laying waste to heavyweights in training, people can only imagine what he might do to Jake Paul under the bright lights. But there's a twist. This fight is officially being promoted as an exhibition, which means knockouts aren't supposed to carry weight, at least on paper. Not exactly, though, because Jake Paul recently announced there's a knockout bonus on the line. That's right, someone is set to earn extra cash for putting their opponent to sleep.
The only reason it had to be an exhibition is just because of the weight. Yeah. Well, other than that, there's a winner, and there's I don't know if I could say it, but there's like a big knockout bonus. Okay. So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
Suddenly, what was supposed to be a friendly exhibition starts to look more like a full-blown grudge match in disguise. With Tank's raw power and Jake's ego, this won't be a simple sparring session. It's shaping up to be pure fireworks, and there's a real chance one of them might not get up when it's over. After Joe Rogan's jaw-dropping reaction to Tank's sparring dominance, things have only escalated, with leaks, rumors, and gym whispers all pointing toward a fight that could be more intense than anyone expected.
Thing is, don't be surprised, okay? This is a photo. This is a photo of one of the bigger guys that he was sparring. But in the past, you know, like maybe a few years ago, he was fighting a guy in Mayweather's camp. He was a bigger guy. I think he was like a middleweight or something like that. He was whooping his ass. One time he was like on live whooping a bigger guy's ass. I mean, he's just beating bigger guys like middleweights and stuff. He's done that in sparring.
Word on the street is that Tank has been throwing punches at guys far bigger than himself. Middleweights, light heavyweights, even full heavyweights. And this isn't shaping up like normal fight prep. It looks more like a demolition test. The stories coming out are wild. Guys getting launched onto the ropes, teammates saying, "He hit him so hard I thought he died." Whether that's hyperbole or the gospel truth, one thing is undeniable. Tank isn't just training for footwork and timing. He's training for outright destruction.
I've seen him knock out some heavyweights. He might knock all the ass out now.
You knocked out a heavyweight?
Yeah.
How was that?
Because I hit harder than Wilder.
Now, granted, the heavyweights that Gervonta Tank Davis is whooping and sparring is not like, you know, all-time great heavyweights, all right? And it shouldn't be. But he's sparring the heavyweight, the level of heavyweight that, you know, more experienced than Jake Paul, right? But Jake Paul has beaten those heavyweights himself.
Then there's the Brian Norman Jr. footage surfacing. Sharp footwork, precise ring cutting, moving like a man mastering chaos control. Put that together with Tank's raw power, and it starts to feel like a setup. Tank's building the cannon, and Norman's showing how to aim it. When a 135-pound fighter is walking through bigger men and landing shots like that, it's clear that something extraordinary is brewing.
And this is a rumor, Bill. Tank Davis is smashing heavyweights in sparring. I want to say this too. There was a sparring leak footage of Brian Norman. Here's sparring footage of Brian Norman Jr.
This isn't casual sparring anymore. It's a full-on dress rehearsal for a viral knockout. Grab your popcorn and your slow-motion replay button, because this story is heading straight for either pure brilliance or total chaos. Just when we thought Tank's camp couldn't get any crazier, Joseph Macedo steps in with a bombshell. He claims Jermaine Davis is the hardest puncher he's ever faced. And remember, they were wearing 16-ounce gloves and headgear, basically like trying to stop a bullet with a pillow.
And it's a lot of IQ, a great amount of intellect. I even told people before I've been in the ring with him that people have always slept on his intellectuality as a fighter, you know, like his thinking in there, because he's continuously setting up shots. He's thinking about his next move. Like, he's just not in there throwing bullshit. Like, he's in there selecting, you know, combinations and setting shit up. So he's a tremendous fighter, and it was a blessing to be in there.
Macedo revealed that even with all that protective gear, Tank's punches felt heavy, precise, and surgical. It's serious when a fighter admits that sparring with him felt less like practice and more like fighting for survival. And let's be real. When a sparring partner goes 13 rounds with Tank and still seems grateful to have his face intact, that says everything about the monster Davis has become. This is exactly why Jake Paul's experiment could turn into a nightmare. We're talking about a fighter who is methodically dissecting pros in the gym, wielding knockout power like a scientist wielding a scalpel.
Is when he was really in his fight mode and, you know, was trying to knock me out.
What was that like? I mean, how challenging was it to hold up under that heat?
It was challenging, bro. Mentally, yeah, for sure. But like, cause I felt like I was in a fight. I felt like I was fighting for my life. And the way he throws his shots and his punches with the accuracy and precision, the power just comes naturally. That's why he's able to knock guys out with any.
Macedo said it best. Tank isn't just swinging wildly. He's calculating, setting traps and picking angles like a grandmaster in gloves. So if he's doing that in training and sparring, just imagine what happens when the lights are on. The KO bonus is at stake, and Jake Paul is standing across from him with that signature YouTuber grin. You can already picture a new highlight clip loading. And right after hearing Tank's sparring partner call him the hardest puncher he's ever faced, Barry Hunter steps in with that calm, veteran energy. The wise general who's seen too many battles. When Barry talks about Tank, you can feel the history. He's been there since Jermaine was a kid, throwing jabs taller than him, and now he's guiding a powerhouse who's terrifying full-grown men in sparring.
Relationship with you and Gervonta take place, you know, being in his corner now. Will you be in his corner come Saturday night?
I will be in his corner. Here's the deal. We got a long history. Calvin called me years ago. Gervonta was a little boy, maybe 8, 9 years old. Brought him up to the gym, and we've all been together every...
You can tell Barry's proud but laser-focused. He made it clear, this camp wasn't playtime. It was business, and business means pain. From the way he described it, Tank's preparation for Jake Paul wasn't casual. It was cold, calculated, and designed for destruction. When Barry tried to stay humble about predictions, you could still sense the quiet confidence of a man who already knows how the movie ends. He even gave Jake some credit, admitting the kid can fight, but there was that subtle smirk hiding underneath like, yeah, until he meets Tank. Listening to Barry, it feels less like Tank is training for a boxing match and more like he's gearing up for a demolition job. No noise, no theatrics, just calm coaches and cold chaos waiting for fight night.
He's a good fighter, a great fighter, and he want to be where Tank is. You know what I mean? And he knows the steps to get there now, so that's what it is. Yeah.
Any prediction? Any final prediction for the fight?
No, I won't do that. You know what I mean? I'm hoping for a good fight for the people. You know what I mean? Explosive fight. But make no mistake about it. They don't like to lose. We don't like to lose. It's going to be a hell of a fight come Saturday.
And just when you thought the Tank versus Jake storyline couldn't get any crazier, boom. Sonny Edwards drops truth bombs like he's had too much caffeine and not enough sleep. The man basically said, Tank doesn't even care about boxing anymore. Wild, right? Imagine telling a knockout artist he's emotionally checked out right before stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. That's like telling Mike Tyson he looks tired before sparring. But Sonny wasn't hating. He was being real. He explained that Tank lost some love for the grind, especially after that tough fight with Lamont Roach Jr., and you can feel the honesty in it. He even joked that he'd come out of retirement if Jake Paul started fighting flyweights. Now that's energy.
The truth is I don't know, but I just hope this is a proper fight. I hope that, you know, Tank goes in there, Jake Paul go in there, and I hope Jake tries taking Tank's head off, and I hope Tank tries taking Jake's head off, and that's what's good for.
But here's where it gets hilarious. Sonny literally said he hopes Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone half his size. That's not analysis, that's therapy. You can tell Sonny is speaking for all the smaller guys who've had to hear size matters. Nah, not when Tank's in the room. If Jake walks in thinking this is just a YouTuber spar, he's about to learn real quick why Tank doesn't need to talk trash. His fists do all the marketing. And when Sonny said Jake's fights sometimes look scripted, you could practically see every MMA fan nodding, thinking, finally, someone said it. So here we have a man who thinks Tank's over boxing but still secretly hopes he turns Jake into a highlight reel. Honestly, same here. Because at this point, this isn't just an exhibition. It's personal, unpredictable, and exactly the kind of circus we all secretly live for.
I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr., and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, we're prize fighters.
Grab your popcorn, folks. If Tank burns out, burnout's about to hit like a left hook from Baltimore. After everything we've seen, from Rogan's jaw hitting the floor, to sparring partners confessing near-death experiences, to Barry Hunter's calm, quiet confidence, and Sonny Edwards' savage honesty, one thing is clear. This exhibition is starting to look like a full-blown execution. Tank Davis is moving like a man possessed, dropping giants and grinning while doing it. Jake Paul may have the fame, the followers, and the muscles, but Tank has that killer instinct, something you can't train or buy, only earn through pain and years in the trenches. The big question now, can Jake survive the storm? Or is he about to learn what happens when YouTube hype meets real-world violence?
I hope Jake Paul started at flyweight professional fighters, because I would have come out of retirement for the Jake Paul fight. What round do you want me to go down in, Jake?
Jump into it.
No, but in all seriousness, if we're going to talk about the fight, I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his size.
Don't blink. This isn't just another fight. It's a collision of raw power, calculated chaos, and YouTube hype meeting real-world destruction. From Tank Davis dismantling giants in the gym to Jake Paul stepping into the storm, every angle screams unpredictability and high stakes. Witness the making of highlight reel moments, shocking revelations, and the relentless pursuit of dominance. If you crave adrenaline, jaw-dropping knockouts, and insider stories straight from the trenches, this is your front row seat. Stay locked in, because when Tank's fists start talking and the lights hit, the world will be watching, and no one will want to miss a single second.